.com.
The jury says Anthony Pardon should spend the rest of his life in prison. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Marshall.
I'm Mark Taylor. Pardon faced the possibility of death for kidnapping, raping, and killing Rachel Anderson inside her Eastside apartment.
NBC4's Dan Perlman has been following this case since it broke more than 2 years ago, and he was in the courtroom today as the verdict was read. Dan?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Rachel Anderson's family was here as well, as you could imagine, visibly emotional as we heard this verdict. The jury telling the judge Anthony Pardon should spend the rest of his life in prison. Wiping tears from her eyes, Rachel Anderson's mother listened as the judge read the verdict for count.
Life imprisonment without parole.
After count.
Life imprisonment without parole.
Anthony Pardon showed no emotion as he learned the jury spared his life, but recommends he never again be free. It was 2018. Pardon kidnapped, raped, and killed Anderson in her home on her 24th birthday. Outside the courtroom, I asked his attorney if this was a verdict he expected.
And you could probably go on and take that step and say he probably did expect it, but he probably prepared himself for the worst.
On the other side of this is Anderson's family, her parents declining to comment, but prosecutor Ron O'Brien telling me they do accept this outcome.
I have never, throughout the life of this case that happened 2 years ago, met with the mother of this murder victim that she didn't cry her eyes out. And she continued today to do that.
Now, Pardon is scheduled to be sentenced in this case on March 16th. He never expressed remorse over the last 3 weeks of this trial or the sentencing phase. I asked O'Brien there about that. You'll want to hear what he has to say tonight at 6. Local for you at the Franklin County Courthouse, Dan Perlman, NBC4.
All right, Dan, thank you. NBC